Morning. You ready for your yoga? Have a seat. This can be on a chair or on the floor. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing with the forefinger and the thumb. The right thumb closes the right nostril. Breathe in through the left. Little pause. Seal the left with your forefinger and breathe out through the right nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril. Little pause. Seal, switch. Breathe out through the left nostril. That's one round. Breathe in through the left nostril. Little pause. Switch. Seal the left nostril. Breathe out through the right nostril. Little pause. Breathe in through the right nostril. Seal. Switch. Breathe out through the left nostril. That is 2 rounds. Breathe in through the left nostril. Seal. Switch. Breathe out through the right nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril. Pause. Seal. Switch. Breathe out through the left nostril. Pause. Breathe in through the left nostril. Seal and switch. Breathe out through the right nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril. Breathe out through the left nostril. Breathe in through the left nostril. Pause, seal and switch. Breathe out through the right nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril. Pause, seal, switch. Breathe out through the left nostril. Breathe in through the left nostril. Pause, seal, switch. Out through the right nostril. Pause. Breathe in through the right nostril. Pause, seal and switch. Out through the left nostril. Come to stand at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart, arms away from the body. Inhale to raise your arms. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank and lower the body to the floor, all in one exhalation. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes and into downward facing dog. We'll have 4 or 5 breaths here. You can pedal out the feet. Don't worry about the heels touching the ground. If you did want the heels to touch the ground, you can just bring your feet nearer your shoulders, but not touching is absolutely fine. We're looking at a straight line from your hips to your wrists. On your next inhalation, bring your feet to your hands into a halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms together and in prayer. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step into plank and lower yourself to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Adjust yourself so you're comfortable and a few breaths here. You can pedal out the feet. Enjoy that rotation in the shoulders. Press through the fingers. On your next inhalation, you're going to bring your feet to your hands into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to sweep your hands above your head up to the sky. Exhale, hands together and in prayer. One more of these. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, full forward fold. Let everything go. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back. Lower yourself to the ground. Elbows in. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust yourself so you're comfortable and you're looking for a nice straight line from hips to wrists. Heels don't need to touch the floor. 4 or 5 breaths here. On your next inhalation, bring your feet to your hands, up into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to sweep your hands up to the sky. Knees can bend. You can add a little backward bend. Exhale, palms together and in prayer in front of your chest. And into triangle pose. Feet a leg's length apart, front foot facing forward, back foot 45 degrees or 10-2, palms facing forward. Reach forward from your left hip and then down. So you're bringing your right hand, palm facing forward in front of your right ankle. And your hand could go any length, so you could rest on your shin, or it could rest on a block, or it could rest on the floor. The left arm floats up to the sky and it takes your gaze with it. If you feel wobbly, look down towards the floor. And you're looking for a forward stretch as well. Inhale to come out of the pose, adjust the feet the other way. And exhale, left hand will go in front of the left foot on this side. 3 or 4 breaths here. That back arm, that top arm's not quite straight on me. Inhale to come out of the pose and let it go. Pyramid pose with the hips facing forward, the front foot facing directly ahead, the back foot at 10-2. Clasp your elbows. Exhale into the pose, which can be a flat back or an angle or just dangling as I am. Pushing through both legs equally. Pushing through your heels, through all your toes, through the blades of your feet as well. Enjoying a passive stretch in the small of your back. 3 or 4 breaths here. And inhale to come out of the pose. Keeping the back of your right hand on the small of your back. Sweep your left arm up to the sky on an inhale and exhale to bring it down to the outside edge of your front leg. It can be on your thigh, shin, ankle, and then your right arm can float up to the sky, taking your gaze with it. If you feel wobbly, look down. And a few breaths here. Inhale to come out of the pose and change direction. So your left foot will be facing forward. Elbows clasped behind the back. And exhale to a forward fold, any amount, flat back, or you can let it go and just hang. A nice passive stretch in the small of the back. Couple of breaths. Another breath. And then inhale to come out of the pose, let the clasp go. The back of your left hand is in the small of your back, your right arm up to the sky. Exhale to bring it down to the outside edge of your left front foot. So the back of your hand can rest on your knee, the outside edge, shin, or reach for a block or at your ankle. Your left arm can float up to the sky, taking your gaze with it, or if you feel wobbly, look down to the ground. And inhale to come out of the pose. And into warrior 2. Feet are a leg's length apart, front foot facing forward, back foot 45 degrees or 10-2. Exhale to bend your front knee over your ankle. Arms are parallel with the floor, palms facing down. Gaze goes over your front arm. Don't forget to be pushing through your back leg as well. Very good position for when you need to feel strong. Inhale to let the pose go. Exhale for a sideways stretch. The back of the right forearm rests on the right thigh. The left arm sweeps overhead, or both arms can reach outstretched, or you can bring your right hand in front of your right foot and go for a bind by swinging your left arm behind your back and clasping at the back of your thigh. Exhale, and then inhale to come up to standing. And we're going to do it all on the other side, changing feet. So exhale into warrior two. Just getting my feet aligned. Exhale into warrior two. Front leg bent, arms parallel with the floor, nearly. A few breaths here. Pressing through the blades of both my feet. I'm not forgetting the back foot here. Inhale, then exhale to bring my left arm resting on my left thigh, sweeping my right arm overhead and either stay in that position or both arms outstretched or going for the bind. Here you can see the bind. Few breaths here, then exhale to let it go. Inhale to come out of the pose and both feet facing forward. Hands in prayer, your feet are at angles 10 to the hour, 10 to and 10 past. Exhale to just see how low those hips can go. Well, not very far in this case, but there you go. And you can stay there for a few more breaths or go on tippy toes. Cactus arms, tongue out, eyes wide, and some mouth breathing here. This is called goddess. Exhale to let it all go. Outside edges of your feet parallel. Inhale to raise your hands. Exhale to fold forward. Bring your hands, the palms of your hands on the floor beneath your bum if you can, or between your feet, but anywhere that they go is fine. Opening the small of the back and pressing through the outside edges of your feet. Exhale to just let it all go and inhale. Very slowly roll yourself back up to standing. We'll do a balance. So imagine a root growing through your left foot and your right foot can come up any amount. It can be either on your ankle, on your shin, or somewhere near your hips here, but not on the side of your knee. Hands in prayer. Fix a position for your eyes to glaze at, and you can let your hands stretch out like a tree and its branches. Around 5 breaths here. Oh, bit windy. And exhale to let it go. Do the other leg. So having the same pose that you had previously, if it was ankles, ankles, shin or hips. 3, 4, 5 breaths here. A nice balance. That's it, exhale to let it go. Transitioning to the floor. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. And we're just going to hold a plank for 5 breaths here. With incredibly rounded shoulders. Pushing through all of your fingers and through your toes. Exhale, lower yourself to the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra. And exhale for a quick downward dog. And then come down to seated. Legs in front of you, toes pointing up. Inhale to sweep your arms up. Exhale to bring them wherever they'll go. I'm not going too far. I'm just going to go as far as I can to just feel a stretch here in my lower back. For 3, 4, 5 breaths here. And inhale, then exhale to go further and just let your shoulders fold over as well. You can clasp your hands behind the soles of your feet too. This is a nice passive stretch. Inhale to come out. Place your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your feet. Exhale to bring your hips off the ground, your head's looking back at the wall behind you. Just a little counter pose to the forward fold. Inhale to come out of the pose. Now we're going to do boat pose. So feet on the floor, and you can raise them so that your shins are parallel with the floor, or you can lower them, or you can pedal them down. Hands, a smile, hands outside your knees, holding those core muscles. And exhale to let it go. Fold over your ankles and into plank and lower yourself to the ground on an exhalation. Inhale to upward facing dog, downward dog with an exhale. Bring your feet to your hands and back to a seated position. We're going to do a little twist. So my right foot is about 1.5 foot length away from my bottom. My left leg is bent underneath my right knee, and I'm supporting myself with my right hand behind my right hip and my left elbow in front on the outside edge of my right knee. Exhale to let it go and swing both hands to the other side, and we'll do the opposite leg. So left leg is bent upwards, right leg bent towards the ground and foot resting underneath the crook of the knee. My left hand is behind my left hip supporting me, my right elbow tucked behind my left knee, and I'm twisting all the way round to the left. Exhale to let it go and just swing round to the other side, and we're going to do another boat to finish off this sequence. Into a boat. And the mantra is, of course, I look great. Exhale to cross your feet, roll over and lower yourself from plank to the ground. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. And I'll come back to a seated position. Going to get ready to do a modified bridge. So you're going to sit all the way back. Then bring your feet as close as you can to your hips. Feet hip width apart. And exhale to just push your hips up to the sky. You can bring your hands beneath your hips, clasp the fingers, interlace the fingers. About 5 breaths here. And lower for a breath. Inhale and then exhale to go back into the pose. And for the next 5 breaths, you can just gently pulse the glute muscles while you're holding this pose. So nice slow breaths, probably about 5. You're not breathing to the pulse, but you're just pulsing while you're breathing. Exhale to come out of that pose. And just bring the knees to the chest as a counter pose. Have a little rock from side to side for 2 or 3 breaths. Going into a shoulder stand, so bring your hips up to the sky, supporting your lower back with your palms, feet up, toes pointed more than I am. 5 breaths here. And then exhale to bring your feet right over your head. If they don't reach the floor, then you can have a chair for them to rest on or a block. And bring your hands interlaced to rest on the mat. 5 breaths here. And then bring your knees down, just let your knees relax. And really opening up the outward part of your spine. Exhale to let it go. You can inhale to bring your feet up again, and you're just rolling over. And a counter pose, just hugging your knees. There's no effort in this pose. This is just to relax totally. Knees bent, arms hugging your knees for a few breaths. And you can let that go. Come down to lying and bring your knees into your chest, arms out 90 degrees to the body. Exhale to let your knees, your bent knees, fall to one side. They're falling to my right here, and my gaze will go to my left, looking out over my left hand. I'm trying to keep my left shoulder on the floor. It's actually nowhere near, but that's what I'm trying to do. Exhale to let it go. Inhale to swing your knees over to the other side and bring your gaze to the opposite hand. This is a lovely twist for the lower back. It's a nice passive stretch. Exhale to let it go. Inhale to bring your knees back up to your chest. And stretch your legs out. They're slightly wider than hip width, your feet. Your arms not touching the body. We're going to do a Shavasana. At least 10 breaths in Shavasana. And just really relish this time, because this is where you are banking all the energy you've just made. So just let yourself sink into the floor, back of your head, your shoulders, your elbows, the back of your wrists, your hips, your shins, your heels. You have nowhere else to be just now. Exhale to let it all go. Stretch your hands above your head. Gentle movement. Gently roll over to one side. And come to seated. Bring your palms together. Thumbs at your forehead. Kind thoughts, kind words, kind heart, kind actions. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.